Greetings, demons, and welcome to something a little bit different from my usual content. We've got a tier list. So, I don't believe I've ever done one of these on this channel. I'm not by any means new to tier lists. I've made plenty of videos about tier lists on other channels, but I don't believe this channel's ever had a tier list on it. But I've been really wanting to just give my thoughts on the last 15 seasons of Fortnite, and yeah, here we are, tier list. So I haven't, this is just a template, it'll be linked in the description below. I haven't changed any of the, default options. So we've got God Season as the top, very good season, mid-range season, and trash season. I think that's pretty fair. If I, during the video, decide I want something else, I might add something, but otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So let's just get into it. So, Season 1, over here. I didn't play it that much. In fact, I played it so little that I didn't even get the amount of levels you needed to get the first free season item. So, I honestly think that it's an overrated season overall. The map was basic as all hell and barely had anything of worth to it. The actual loot pool, pretty good. I'd say it's one of the better ones overall. But generally, the map being as basic as it was really ruins it for me. So, I'm going to get a lot of hate for that, but mid-range season, it's not trash. It's just, it's the basis that all other Fortnite should be, based on. You know what, I'll put it in good. Because it's the reason why, to this day, I still play, and so many other people still play. Moving on to Season 2. Season 2. Honestly, it does deserve God Season status. It's the first season that I played, properly. As I did play Season 1, but I didn't play it enough. Season 2, I got to the tier 80, or whatever it was, for Black Knight. I love that season wholeheartedly. I think it's great. But at the same time, it didn't really offer that much different from Season 1. So, and the map was also still very basic at that point. You know what? It's higher than Season 1, but it's still not perfection. Season 3, on the other hand, I don't actually think that Season 3 is perfect. I do think, though, the map changes alone make it one of the best. There was so much added, there was so much changed, there was so much... And the loot pool as well, one of the best. It's definitely up there for me, and... the Battle Pass, really good. Obviously, Reaper and all the astronaut skins, Rust Lord. It's a good selection. I don't think I can quite put it as a God season, because I don't think of Season 3 as this, perfect season. It was a great season, and I, honestly, if I could have Fortnite go back to any point in its history, Season 3, definitely a contender there. I probably would say Season 3 is the season I want to return to, but I don't know. It's not quite God. Very good, though. Very, very good. Moving on to Season 4. Now, I'm just going to place it in God Season, because it is. It's my personal favourite season, with maybe a handful of caveats, but, Season 4... honestly, the entire theming of it was brilliant. The map changes. It has some of the most iconic, to me at least, locations of all time. Obviously, we had the rocket event with the Visitor. It was such a good season. The theming was brilliant. And generally, I just think it's such a good season. I love pretty much everything about it. And honestly, I'll stand by that till the day I die. It was a great season. I really enjoyed it. And... yeah, it is probably my favourite. Season 5 has a really good battle pass, in my opinion, though obviously with drift, overuse is definitely a word I would use for it, but yeah, I don't know. Season 5 for me was the turning point of me starting to lose my love. Towards the end of Season 5, I was like, do I really care about this season? And we'll get into what happened from that in Season 6. But yeah, Season 5 was a perfectly good season. Brought in a bunch of new cool locations. The Viking ship, very cool location. I really wish that we still had it. And honestly, yeah, very good season. I really do like that season. Season 6. Now, Season 6 is when I stopped playing Fortnite. Um, it was during the release of Black Ops 4, which is a game that I despise. But I basically spent the vast majority of Season 6 playing Call of Duty. And it is one of my biggest regrets in terms of what I've spent my time playing. Because Black Ops 4 is not a good game, and Season 6 I recognise as being a really good season. I only have, I think, 3 skins but from this entire pass, but most of my favourite Battle Pass skins are from this season. Dire is a phenomenal tier 100. I really hope we get something similar to that in the future as a tier 100 for a different Battle Pass, because honestly, Dire is such a creative idea. We've obviously seen it recreated a lot, including like the Good Doctor and stuff. You know, that idea of having 2 very different character models for the same skin. It's such a good idea, and honestly, I love it so much. Obviously, Fable, one of my favourite skins out there, and I go on about this all the time. AIM is my favourite skin, and I don't have him because I didn't play this season enough. But the thing is, because I didn't play this season, you know, at the end of the day, I wasn't captivated enough with this season to continue playing it. And that's the worst part about it, because at the end of the day, I play Call of Duty every year, but this is the only season of Fortnite that I completely just gave up on to play Call of Duty, and the Call of Duty that I was playing wasn't even a good one. So I think that has to bring it down a little bit, and just because I don't want to bring on the full wrath of the community, Season 2 is still better than it, but honestly, Season 6, some of the best skins for any Battle Pass, and I will stand by that. Now, Season 7, one of the weakest Battle Passes in my opinion. I like Onesie, I like Trog, and that's pretty much it. It's a really weak Battle Pass. The actual theming of the season was very good, but overall, I just, you know, we had the Ice King. The Ice King's alright. The Ice King event was pretty cool. No pun intended. Prisoner was a decent secret skin, but like, I don't know. There was a lot of stuff with that season that I just didn't really care about. I actually didn't even bother watching the whole Ice King event. I was available for it. I didn't bother because I didn't care. Like, that was a point where I was just like, I had the opportunity. I don't even regret not seeing it. I watched the VODs of it, and I got the full experience. It's not one of my favourites by any means, and I am almost tempted to put it in mid-range. I don't think it's that good of a season, and honestly, some of the ice and snow stuff kind of just got boring after so long, so yeah, I'm going to put that in mid-range. I don't... It's not a bad season by any means, I just don't think it's worth anywhere near as much hype as it usually does get. A season, however, that I do think it deserves a lot of hype is Season 8. Cannons. I don't have to say anything else. Cannons, Hybrid, the first ever Tier 100, which was a female skin. You know, what else do you want? The theming was so good. We had a volcano, there was the quad crashes and stuff like that. Like, so much cool stuff was in this season, and I'd be amiss if I didn't at least put it in very good. But honestly, just because of how much fun I had with the cannons in that season and all the other nonsense, some of my greatest memories of Fortnite are from Season 8. Just because so much nonsense happened. And yeah, you know what? God tier. Absolutely God season. I love it. It's great. Hybrid, I need to wear more. It's a great season. I love it. And then we have Season 9. I'll be quite honest, I don't remember much about this season. I remember that there was little boom tubes around, it wasn't even called Tilted, it was Neo Tilted. And, you know, there was some fun, I remember some fun challenges. There was the chicken walk, challenge, which was pretty fun. The event was alright. Generally, I don't think that Season 9 is terrible. I just have so little to say about it by like comparison to a lot of other seasons. It's fine. I don't think the battle pass is that good. I'm actually going to drop it down a little bit, and yeah, I liked the location mix-ups, but other than that, it was kind of, I don't know. I never really enjoyed it all that much. So good season. Not great, not very good, but it was definitely a decent season. Now this is a controversial point. Season X, it's the remake season. I understand that completely. But my boy, the Ultima Knight, is in the Battle Pass, and you know what? I can't say that it's not a god tier season. So much happened that season. The Battle Pass, despite it being all remakes, was phenomenal. X Lord is ridiculously cool. He's one of the best skins from any Battle Pass. He's so cool. Like, honestly, there's so little bad about Season X. I can't get over it, honestly. Season X was such a good season. The only letdown is that it had a lot of repeats, but like, even then, everything that it repeated was done so much better. And I can't get over that for Season X. So Season X, God season, love it so much. And that brings us into Chapter 2, which, oh, I have thoughts on Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Season 1 gave us a new map, gave us a lot of interesting new characters, gave us some interesting new loot, brought in the grotto. It didn't. I'm joking on that. I know the grotto wasn't until Season 2, but I don't know. The new map at the time was really good, and I think collectively the community has just got really bored of it. I have as well. I'm very glad that this season and last season changed it up quite a lot. To be fair, so did the previous season as well. But I can't help but think that this could have been such a better season. There was okay elements of it, and honestly, the Battle Pass is really good. Ripley just alone makes it one of the better ones. But really, the only skins that I actively use from that Battle Pass are Ripley and 8 Ball. There's pretty much no other skins, and I think that's a shame, really. There was the whole fishing mechanic got introduced this season, which is one of my favourite mechanics, and, it definitely brings it above a Season 6, but I can't bring it any higher than that. It's definitely a good season. I don't have good memories about it. Chapter 2, Season 2, Season 12, I can't bring myself to say God season, because it really wasn't. But the Battle Pass, honestly, all iconic. Every skin in that Battle Pass is truly iconic. Including, it was an amazing Tier 100. Midas is an amazing skin. You've got TNTina, there's so much good in that Battle Pass, and it can't be passed over. It's such a good Battle Pass. And then the actual event of that season, amazing. It brought in so much cool stuff, and, there's so much just throughout that season. It introduced the rideable gliders. There was a load of brand new versions of built-in emotes that season. Guff. Just Guff alone. Guff is one of the best skins. Season 12, Chapter 2, Season 2, so good. Definitely a very good season. And you know what? Beats out Season 5 for me. Now we have Season 3 of Chapter 2. It had the other knight, which I can't remember the name of. I don't think I can bring myself to, It has Kit as well, and it had Kit Bash in the map. That is something that I can't, forget about. Kit Bash was in that season as, a main element. I can't bring myself to say it's as good as Season X. I don't even think I can bring myself to say it's good as Chapter 2, Season 2. I'm going to definitely say it's better than Season 5, just overall. Jules is really cool. The Tier 100 was trash. Kit's cool. I like Kit. Yeah, just because of Kit Bash, it gets kicked up so much more. But like, I don't know. It's a season. It's definitely a good season at that. But you know what? After the first few weeks, once the water completely subsided, it became a really boring season. The water stuff at the start was so cool, and after that, it just kind of got boring. So yeah, still a very good season. Still very like a season that I look back on fondly. Um, but yeah, also I'm just going to say, Deadpool in season 2, Aquaman in season 3. Deadpool is so much cooler than Aquaman. I'm sorry, I'm a fan of Aquaman. I really like the movies. I read a lot of the Aquaman comics. Um, Still though, Aquaman is not as cool as Deadpool. I'm sorry, but that is just a fact. Um, but yeah, that I can't bring myself to lower either of these based on those crossovers, especially when I've now got to contend with, you know, the Nexus War. Oh, where do I start with the Nexus War? I love Marvel. Don't get me wrong. You know, if if I'm being honest, I probably would put this way higher, like for being, Marvel only when I love Marvel so much. But there's so much. It became too much. There was so many crossover items. It's, you know, there's 27 total Marvel items and like 22 of them came from this season. So it's like, I can't bring myself to say it's God's season or even. I don't think I can say it's very good because as much as I love, the crossover, I think the event was really cool. The whole idea of Galactus being the main antagonist, really cool. I, I don't know. I think I just have to put it at the top of good season because the Battle Pass, really cool. I do really, really enjoy it. But there was so much just all at once. And honestly, I think we could have just had the Nexus War stuff happen in the item shop and it would have been so much better. Have a normal battle pass and have the Nexus War shop. You know what I mean? Just have all the different skins in the shop. Maybe have okay, sure, put Wolverine as the secret skin. You've already done it in the previous 2 seasons, but I just Nexus War, really cool concept. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. But the fact that it was nothing but that the entire season just kind of, even as a Marvel fan, it kind of kills it, I'll be honest. And that brings us on to season 15. Obviously, it's not the newest season, but it's unfair for me to rate season 16 when we're only on the first week. But yeah, season 15, chapter 2, season 5. It has Mandalorian, which is a skin that I wanted for a very long time. It also has Terminator, which is a franchise I wanted to see ever since Travis Scott, because obviously he has a Terminator edit style. But it was 53% crossovers that season. Like overall, all the skins that were new, 53% were crossovers. And I don't know whether there was really enough. The sand tunneling is really cool. Honestly, I think that's a really cool addition. The hop rocks, or whatever they were called, the shards that gave you the jump forward ability, all the mythics and the all that kind of stuff, the NPCs, so much cool stuff was introduced in this season. But I don't think I can bring myself to say God season. I really don't think I can. I love this season. Don't get me wrong. I honestly think it's probably the best season of Chapter 2. But I don't think I could bring myself to say that it's God tier. Especially, I'm already enjoying Season 16 way more than I ever enjoyed Season 15. So, with that knowledge, I can't help but say top of very good. I can't help but just say that that's probably it. Now, I'm just going to quickly just go through my thoughts as in to myself, and if I move anything around you'll see it after this edit. Okay, so I did move a few things around. The only one I think is worth properly mentioning, I did move season 1 to trash, and honestly, it was just because as I was thinking about it, the map. I know it's iconic, but people forget how little there actually was. There was, I believe, 5 named locations and then another like 7 non-named locations, and that was the map. The amount of mountains, the amount of just open fields, it wasn't a very imaginative map. And sure, you can say, well, it's the first season, give them a break, but I don't know. When we're having to compare everything, I can't help but say Chapter 1, Season 1 just doesn't line up with any other season because of the fact that the loophole sure was great, because it's the iconic loophole. It's the loophole that everyone gets behind. I personally enjoy Season 1 a lot due to the fact that obviously it, didn't have that much building, which I'm still not good at to this day, so I played a lot better during Season 1, but I'd say that's way more applicable to Season 2 and 3, which obviously I'm saying they're way better than Season 1. And overall, I like Season 1, but Fortnite didn't hit its stride till Season 2, and in my opinion didn't really start getting good until Season 3. So, I'm happy with what I've said here. I know a lot of people are going to eat me alive for some of these placements, but it's my opinion. As I say, link in the description below to the actual tier list that I used to make this, so you can make your own. Tweet me at rabbitwithx with, your tier lists, and yeah, I'll see you another time. Bye!
Lunar rainbow flag, happy pride, rabbit with facts. Streamer, let's play, they them out like dinosaurs. FNAFN, control, not the leader of a cult. Rabbit with sax, it's Lunar.